Welcome back, guys, to another sensational podcast with Myb. In today's session, guys, by looking at the title, you guys click on the title because you guys want to know how to manage your finance. Because finance is one thing, but before we get into what finance is, be appreciative, guys. Be grateful that you guys woke up. Gratitude for the train you guys hear in the background. Speaking of the train, Warren Buffett owned that train. All you got to go on Robinhood and buy some shares. You get weekly dividends, monthly dividends, yearly dividends. But like I said, people, only thing that really matters on earth is you guys alive, you guys blessed. Be appreciative that you guys could actually, like I said, see this video. That means you guys have sight. Don't worry if you can't see me. Seeing me is irrelevant. You guys are blinded by the light, but at least be appreciative you guys could hear my voice. So what we can talk about today, guys, we can talk about finance, how to pretty much set yourself up for the long-term longevity of time, right? Because if you think about it, finance, it go off, the one word that really go into finance is compounding, right? And finance is a topic like you just can't learn it, right? Finance is a topic is that you have to take action to finance, because you could have the wisdom, which is fine, but if you don't have the damn near time to actually invest $5, you know what I'm saying? Invest $5, invest $10. And like I said, bro, all you have to do with finance, right, is damn near do it once, right? But when you guys in college, you don't learn about finance. Realistically, you don't learn about finance. You might have one class or one course about finance, which for my mind, when I was in college, it was finance. It was what it was it any finance class? Yes, because I know I learned how to manage the balance sheet. That's how I learned the balance sheet, right? So balance sheet pretty much is just asset and liability, right? Whatever you put money into your pocket, asset. When not put money into your pocket, but put money into back in your returns. And then liability, in other hands, for what? Stuff that take out of your pocket, which you want to stay. Stuff that depreciate in value, asset appreciate in value. But this is one thing you will not learn in college, and it's fine, because why would they teach you in college, right? Why would the world want you to know finance? Because if everyone know finance, you will understand work for money and have money work for you is two different things. So how realistically I want to do it, I want to have you trapped into you working for money, right? Into you, because what's the difference, right, from you actually waking up in the morning? You have to go to your job, right? You have to work harder. You have to work harder for your boss to see you working hard, and then he's going to promote you at the same job for maybe 2 cents on the dollar or 5 cents on the dollar more increase on your paycheck. But now you have to work harder. So you're going from working harder to now you gassed out. And like I said, you guys wouldn't understand why working for someone else on earth matters until you go on YouTube and you type in the galaxy, and when you seeing how small Earth is compared to the rest of the world and how irrelevant it is compared to the rest of this galaxy, you will realize you're only here for a temporary time, right? So why not be here? Because everyone goal on Earth basically is to get financially free. So with all that chatting, fun fact, if you guys have a credit card, what you guys should do with your credit card, link your credit card to Cash App, or link your credit card to PayPal, or go into Walmart, or go anywhere that you can buy a gift card. So example, let's say the gift card worth $200, right? But you have to be smart with your credit card. My credit score now is in the 845 range, so that's why I could do it, because you have to have discipline after you get the credit, right? Because I'm using money from my future self, right? So I'm borrowing money from my future self, but it's still credit, right? The money is air, bro. This is what I'm about to say, bro. The money don't even exist, right? So go to Walmart, go to anyone, get you a gift card. The gift card might cost, let's say, $150, $250, which is fine, right? You buy that off a credit card, right? So now you swipe that, they give you the gift card. Now the gift card itself have $200 on it, right? But your credit card, now you lost $200 there, which is fine, right? Because you're going to have to pay back a minimum fee. Every month or every 3 weeks, depends, you're going to have to pay back a minimum. Yes, they're going to give you the interest rate, but now you have $200 on a gift card, right? So now you take that gift card, you connect that gift card to either your IBKR broker, your Robinhood broker, your E-Trade broker, whichever broker will allow you to put this specific card. So before you guys just buy a random card, ask ChatGPT. I need you to be completely brutally honest with me. Talk to me as my mentor. About to put on a card to my broker. Which card could I buy? And they will actually give you the card, and then that's how I did it. Go to the card, and they. But like I said though, I'm not no financial expert, or no. I have the only degree I have is a high school degree, a real estate license, and a personal trainer license. But other than that, I don't have shit. But I have the wisdom and I have the action, because you guys have the wisdom, but you guys procrastinate on your finance, right? You guys want to start investing. I'm pretty sure if I ask any elderly person who is give or take 50 and up, what is one financial advice or financial decision you wish you make in your 20s? A lot of them is going to hit you with invest. A lot of you guys can say invest. Even if I ask someone who in their 50s or 30 range, what is one financial decision you say? Some of you guys can say they wish they caught Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at $1 or $10, right? So now it's going to be the same shit, because the economy is going to continue rising, right? So you're looking at money now. It's not going to, interest rate and inflation is going to always keep rising in the finance department. Because why? AI is here and it just elevate the earth, right? Before AI and Bitcoin, then shit could be the same, right? But with AI and Bitcoin, but then, right, who really cares about that, right? Because all you realistically need to do, bro, is take 10, 5, 10. If you guys have a job, it's even perfect, because it's not hard to at least take $100. Like I said, I'm not a financial expert. This is how I start off doing it, right? All you realistically, if you have $100, bro, take that $100, you can diversify that $100 into shares, into long-term options, and you get dividends. And you can take piece of that and you can day trade, right? Or you can write a code, right? Because fun fact about writing a code, you can write a code and input this code into a flash drive and have someone walk into any company, plug this flash drive into one of the company computer, and your code could take over that company and hack the whole financial system and hack the whole bank system. You can go to the bank. Like, that's how good coding is. Coding is more dangerous than trading. A coder is damn near the ultimate black sheep on earth, right? Because like I said, you can be a trader, yes, right? So imagine you guys trade on Robinhood, you guys trade on Webull, you guys trade on Meta4, Meta5, Trade Locker. All of this platform, a coder could make a code and send you this code to your phone by like a link format or some shit, and you can just happen to press this link, and by the time you press that link, they done empty your whole buy power on Robinhood and your withdraw power on trading for a metaphor. That's how powerful a coding is, right? Traders know how to make the cash flow, right? And a coder just know how to just take the money from someone just by AI. And AI is gonna be more implement into a scammer life. Like, scammers now is gonna profit more from AI, because you could run with AI to a whole new ball game and it would be so realistic you wouldn't even know, right? But what are you really doing? Because I also come back to asking, if you think about it, right? Especially with finance, right? Because, like, remember I told you guys earlier? So now you have $200 from your credit card, which the money never supposed to be there, first of all. Now you have $200 of credit that you can pay. But like I said, to do what I've just said, you have to understand your credit card, and you have to also never miss a payment, right? You have to never miss a payment on your credit card, because it teaches you discipline, right? And it really lets you understand the system, how the system really go, right? And then let's say you die. When you die, your money just go into the debt cycle. They always like to say the United States right now, let's say 35 trillion in debt. 10 years ago, it was probably like 20 something. 10 years prior to that, it was like at 5 trillion, right? But you see how the debt cycle keep increasing. It never keep decrease, right? The debt cycle keep increasing, right? And also, don't look at the United States debt cycle, debts, whatever. It's not that, right? Look at it as a United States investment portfolio, or you like to call it savings, since you guys so consumed about saving your money and not investing your money. Look at it as a United States savings account, right? Those right there are tied up with bonds and CDs, and that money have to go up. For example, same with the credit, right? What they're doing about the debt, they're paying it off slowly, right? They're at least trying to, right? But they know, no, every country know in reality, their country was at this particular number before, right? And when their country go bankrupt, right? But what America do though, America was smart enough to at least borrow and put and the money what they borrow with, they put that into long-term aspect, right? They know human beings might not be here, but the earth is gonna continue to move on, right? Because your purpose on earth was just to maintain earth. It's just to keep earth going for the next person and the next person, right? What you do on the side of it is irrelevant, right? Your earth, because like I said, if you zoom out to the galaxy, you guys will see it much better, right? But like I said, bro, fun fact about it, like I said, the United States, that shit is just trillions of dollars, right? So why not you go in debt? Because if you think about it, Donald Trump, bro, was in debt, right? But he was not really in debt, right? It's a difference when you're in debt with assets and when you're in debt for the liability, right? Because if you think about it, people, but what are you really doing with your finance, right? Because like I said, best case scenario, 2.5 minutes ago, I told you guys so caught up into having savings, right? Since you so like saving so much, you can just have your savings in something called a high yield savings account or a high yield checking account, right? At least in a savings account, your money is gonna make you money, give or take, every fourth quarter. Every fourth quarter is gonna just happen to give you a couple cents, but at least the money is working for you, right? The difference from a bank now, you was working for your money, right? You put $10 into your bank account. You put $10 into your bank account. 2 years from now, that $10 is gonna still say $10 on the screen, but in reality, it's not really $10 and it's still $10. But if you put $10 in a high yield savings account, a month from now, a year from now, that $10 is gonna say maybe $12, maybe $13. Depends on how the economy go, right? But the economy, the interest rate is gonna always keep going up, right? That's what I'm going to talk about real estate in my another podcast, or then my another book what I'm about to cook up. So like I said, bro, it's not really real estate, bro. It's not really politics. It's just mankind have speculation, and the perfect way to get rid of all of these numbers and shit. Because if you think about it, how the United States removed the US dollar from the gold, they add on oil to back the dollar, and they add on the stock market, right? Anything happen in the economy, all they have to do is just blame the stock market, right? The stock market, just they're taking up all the blame. They're going to blame speculation. They're going to blame whatever, right? And also with the new Bitcoin, and how they have XRP to try to pay off the trillions of debt. Because if you think about it, right, why pay off 35 trillions of debt just to not be in debt? This country, why should any president, like the debt been longer, the debt been wrong longer than the president, than human being? So why would a president try to fix the debt? Why would a president try to fix really the earth, right? So why not the president just get into president and take care of his family, his bloodline, make sure he got the businesses, make sure he got the real estate, same with politics people, make sure they got it. Why help you? Why help you the left or the right? But we can still, I'm talking about that in the politics, right? So like I said, bro, if you don't really be into the game, you will never really get it, right? So you have to really take action today, bro. And fun fact, bro, Coinbase, the money don't stop working for you, bro. Like Bitcoin never stop. Bitcoin is like time. Either it go up or down. That's it. It don't stop, right? So why not have your money doing that for you, right? Then you guys, because if you think about it, majority of you guys, when school open and somewhere in January for high school, for elementary, college, whatever, all of you guys have to go to school. You guys have to do something. Matter of fact, you guys who watching this, you guys' degree right now is irrelevant, right? Realistically, your degree right now is irrelevant. What you need to be doing is damn near invest in your bread, right? Invest in your bread and make action, because the bank is not gonna make you rich. A 9 to 5. This is how I know you guys are mentally retarded. Like, so at this point, I understand, right? Let's say I ask you, what do you want in life, right? What do you want in life? So you telling me you want this, that. But you're in a field with no one who do that. right? For example, I want to be, and I am, and I will be a man of God, a faith, a follower of Christ, a profitable trader, right? So wouldn't I be around people who do trading, right? And profitable and finding the course who do that and being that? How you want to be a successful person but you work a 9 to 5 with around retards, right? Because you can't really, for example, they always said what you call it. They did said it take a community to raise a child, right? But check this out. What if the community is retarded? If the community retarded, you don't think the kid gonna be retarded? So at least with one person, even though it's a single parent, single mom, at least the kid, it can't be that retarded. But if the whole community get to teach the kid retarded shit, you know what I'm saying? One section of the community teaching them drugs and gangbang, the next one teaching them how to do that. It's all corrupt. He's seeing violence, he's seeing that. So the community retarded, right? Now, if bro was in a productive community, then, and if everyone is smart, because there's a saying also, fools grow old too, right? So you can't really listen to everyone. So why you guys want to be financially free and you guys go to college? Because realistically, I'm pretty sure if you do a research about it, all you guys who in business, you guys do everything but finance. Like the degree which you graduate with is accounting and it's gonna be like majority percent, less maybe 80 something percent of people who have non-finance degree. And the people who have finance degree is rare, right? It's rare. But having a finance degree irrelevant as long as you have the wisdom and the knowledge about it, right? Because you don't need a damn near driver's license to drive a car, right? You're paying for the car you already have, right? So, like I said, bro, as long as you have the wisdom and the knowledge, you don't need a license to damn near be a football coach, right? If you understand how to run the offense, the defense, why you need a master's? You know why you need a master's? Because they need to put you there 4 years in the system, right? 4 years in the system, and then they got to create the system in a certain type of way that you have to go into debt or get a student loan, right? And get the loan the same as the credit, right? But you're getting that loan to use it back for liability. Because remember I said it's different from good debt and bad debt. This here example is a perfect example of bad debt. Because you're borrowing a loan to get a degree that they know but the degree would never be able to pay back this loan until maybe 40-year span or 30-year span. Right? So that's why you have to at least come here. So that's why they give you the loan. Now, if you take that loan now, right? Now, let's say you take that loan and you put it into savings. Not savings now, a high yield savings account. Or you can put it into a 6-month CD. You can get a return regardless how the stock market goes. Or you can put it into some options, some long-term options. Or you can put it in some shares, get some dividends, right? But at least that particular part, your money's working for you. You know what I'm saying, people? So if you play the game right, what are you really learning in the system? But how you want to be successful, how you want to be if your environment is retarded. It's not you, right? You're not the retarded one. Your environment is the retarded. That's why it's so important that you guys get to travel, right? Because at least when you get to travel, you get to move from the retarded people, right? You take that apple and you throw it away. You take that bad apple and you throw it away, which is your environment. Then you get to travel the world and you come across different people. Also, learn a language. Learn a language because, I can't really say because, whatever you want to do with your life is what you do with life. But at least invest in yourself. Matter of fact, the reason why I said learn a language, the more language you know, the more doors it open. So if you think about that, especially becoming a trader, becoming a coder, becoming that any profession that gives you the ability to travel the world. So like I said, imagine you having connection like the forest market in all those sessions. You have people there you can network with. Right, you can just buy a ticket, you go there. Like I said, you network because it's not about cash flow, people. Right, at least with the cash flow is working for you. Money have nothing to do with a man, or money have nothing to do with a female. Human being just perceives that so much on humanity that we need to be status wise, right? In reality, it all comes down to your value, right? But the value is ruined. The word value is ruined because but you gotta have money, you gotta have status to get the same pussy. And that's some shit. You can be broke and crack the same pussy, or you can have all of this shit. You have to get all of this shit now just to crack the same pussy, because no matter what happened, all of you guys out here want to have sex, right? So before you have sex, why not set yourself up financially and be stably free first? Because check this out, right? it's three types of freedom. We have time freedom, location freedom, and what you guys think the next freedom is? Financial freedom, people. So if you think about it, right, time freedom, the ability to move anywhere, whenever, whoever, sleep whenever, right? Think about it now. You have 24 hours in a day, whatever. Mark up every hour before you go. Calculate exactly from one, write down on a piece of paper. Now let's come down to the actually taking action. You have to go on a piece of paper, write number 1 to 24, and write from 1 hour what you're doing. Cover the sleep hours and watch. And after you finish writing, look at how many times you actually put into actually doing some shit for you, like building a brand for you, building your clothing brand, having that Dropify, register, especially get your LLC, like, cause you guys retarded, but it's fine, cause as long as you're happy being retarded, like I said though, time freedom, right? The ability could just, after that, you can sleep in all day. You can wake up whenever you want to, because you used to wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, you used to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, you used to wake up 4 o'clock, you used to wake up 5 o'clock. While the worst was sleeping, you was building your brand. So now, after what you do, after 5 years, you can be in bed all day. You could be like, shit, I remember I used to do this in the past. So now you realize that, damn, some shit I actually did 5 years ago is paying off for me now, right? Then you actually have to start now and have to wait like 2 more, 3 more, and then who to say you're gonna live to be that long, right? But if you think about it though, it all comes down to money. Money is the root of all evil, they said, or money is the root of all good, right? But like I said, money irrelevant. Money don't determine the man, right? The man just determine the money. It's same when you're on weed, it's same when you're on alcohol, and it's same when you have money. All of these are drugs. All these are drugs. Because if you think about it, fun fact, this can be an experiment, right? Tell a poor person who you know, or a poor person, or someone who broke. Just say you broke, right? The moment you say, bro, you broke, bro, or we broke, right? The person, he's gonna laugh. Like, for example, you call me broke. Bro, you broke, right? I'ma laugh from all the shit, and I know it's true. Like, damn, I'm really broke, but I'm at least laugh. I'm gonna put a smile on my face. I'ma laugh, right? But if you call a rich person rich, he can look at you with a look, or deep down, he's not gonna be happy. He's not gonna have joy, because being rich don't comes with a value no more, right? Because being rich, when you get that rich, it's not about value. Value only matter when you poor. Because when you poor, you lay back, you comfortable, you comfort, but your value, you're happy. If you're in a relationship, if you're in a relationship, you need a cash flow. So that wouldn't work in a relationship. But for a male, if you were single, then it could have worked. Then you could be contended by what's really matter, because none of this matter. Like, what's going on earth don't matter. But if you're in a relationship, it go off value, right? Females comparing other females, by scrolling on social media, she's gonna see what other females have, and now she's gonna wonder, damn, why my nigga ain't doing that for me. Next thing you know, she fly out to someone in a week. He cracked that, spend a good week with her, ship her back to you, and then that's that, right? But now it's gonna keep going and going. But back then, if you stay single, and now if you stay single, you could damn near travel the world, and you can see different variety of females. Like I said, the Forex market session, you can't really complain. But it all comes down to you actually, you cannot complain. It all comes down to you guys actually, you know what? Invest in yourself. Also, not just invest in yourself financially, right? The shit start with investing in yourselves internally, right? The reason why I say internally, take medicine, bro. Get your body right. Get your health right, right? Your health is a form of wealth too, right? So, like, you got to tell yourself, you can use affirmation or whatever, but you got to be like, I am blessed, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am strong, I am courageous, I am alive and blessed, right? So now when people approach you, or you approach someone, normally you guys be like, how you doing? Someone be like, está bien, or I'm fine, I'm good, right? Why not be more alive and blessed? You're alive and blessed, right? Watch how it change you. Watch how it change from the inside. The next thing you know, you're eating right, you're drinking smoothies, you're detoxifying your body, you're drinking your beet juice. For females, you're drinking your what is something mixed with okra. Your okra and water, you drinking that. Guys, you drinking the beach juice. Like, bro, it's so much things you could do with your body that you guys don't even know. But fun fact about it, you guys know it. You guys know it. You guys just never want to do it. I never want to do it. But you want to watch someone do it. You want to watch Bill Gates. You want to watch Jim Cramer. You want to watch Warren Buffett. But you don't want to be those guys, right? You say you want to be those guys, but yet when someone say Bitcoin, or Bitcoin is a scam, when someone say Forex market, or Forex market is a scam, bro, the galaxy is a scam. Mind your business.